Basketball and that's the hallelujah. Round, blaming the money. Okay, it's Andre Berto. What they're doing right now, oh, by the way, we're 49 days away from Mayweather versus Berto, September the 12th, 2015. What they're doing now is they're trying to find a way to sell it to us because if you think about it, and if you use your head, who else is it going to be? Andre Berto is up there with Virgil Hunter up in Northern California training like a madman. Floyd Mayweather is also in training camp, but guess what? We've been getting no hits or anything or no tweets or whatever. Now, we know that Floyd Mayweather wants to announce the fight. We know that Andre Berto made a mistake by making in my opinion, made a mistake by making a statement to TMZ. Maybe he just got a little too full of himself, and TMZ went on and ran with the story. Floyd Mayweather versus Andre Berto official. Now, the bad thing about it is the fight has to be on free television, because if it's on pay-per-view, people are not going to buy it, and also it's going to do bad business for pay-per-view overall in the future, because it's going to be a whole lot more people that are going to learn how to stream fights that night. Now, regardless, people are still going to have the barbecues and everything like that, but a fight like that is not what you buy on pay-per-view. You wait the next week if you have cable to watch it on Showtime. But if you put it on free TV, as I said before, it will help PBC, because it'll be the biggest rating boost PBC has ever seen. But the question I had to myself is, how many households will tune in to watch Floyd Mayweather fight? Now, that's the thing. You're going to have those channel surfers. Now, channel surfers are very important, because that's what PBC needs, is when those people that are flicking through the channels, they see on their guide Mayweather versus Berto, and they think, well, wait a minute, Floyd Mayweather, I've heard of that guy before. He's fighting on regular TV. I heard his fights are like $50 to $100. Click, watch it. They'll sit there and watch all the way through. So in my opinion, I'm thinking that Mayweather versus Berto is going to do I'm going to say 4 million households. I think that's a huge success for PBC, because, okay, man, the fight is a joke. We know that. I just have to make sure I say that. The fight is a joke, because Floyd Mayweather should be fighting somebody at least. I mean, come on. We couldn't have got a Cal Brook. I mean, a Sean Porter. I understand Sean Porter, fought Adrian Broner in June. It would have been too late of a camp. But then I think to myself, even though Amir Khan didn't deserve it, Amir Khan deserves it more than Andre Berto. And that's not saying nothing bad about Andre Berto, but at the same time, Andre Berto lost 3 fights in fashion, to whereas 2 of the guys he lost to went on to get Mayweather fights. So now I'm thinking to myself, how are they going to sell this fight to the hardcore fans? How are they going to sell this fight to people outside of myself who has to cover the fight regardless? And I'm going to enjoy the fight. At this moment right now, I'm trying to find ways that Andre Berto can win. Am I saying he's going to win? No. But what I'm saying is Andre Berto does have some skills. And also, if you look at the type of fighters that Andre Berto has lost to, he hasn't really lost to anybody. He hasn't lost to any boxers. He's been roughed up and beat up. Victor Ortiz, multiple knockdown situation where, that just was a brawl, and Andre Berto was not a brawler. Jesus Soto Carras, he tried to get into a brawl, took the heavy hands of Soto Carras. When it comes to Robert Guerrero, that's the Robert Guerrero that's not the Robert Guerrero he used to be. He fought a brawler, Robert Guerrero, who roughed him up, pretty much made him blind in both of his eyes. So going up against a boxer, especially against the fight against Steve Upshur, when I saw the jab, now this is no way saying that Andre Berto is going to win. I have to keep saying that for the people with selective hearing. I'm not saying that he's going to win, but what I'm saying is this. It's going to be a better fight than people are expecting. People are just, upset with the name. I'm upset with the name, and I'm thinking, whose decision was this for him to fight Andre Berto? Now, we know when Al Heyman first stepped on the scene, Al Heyman had that very iconic picture with Floyd Mayweather on one side and Berto on one side. And I thought to myself, well, maybe he's been promising Berto Mayweather for all these years. And then, a lot of fans have been saying that Floyd should have been fought an African-American fighter. But then if you think about, okay, even if not an African-American, a black fighter. But then if you think about all the other names he could have fought, we still ask ourselves, why Berto? And the thing is, he told us right to our faces it's going to be Berto. So I'm thinking to myself, there's probably going to be, they're going to have to announce it. Somebody's going to have to officially announce it soon. So, of course, Mayweather's going to use his platform shots to announce the fight. But I just don't get it. So in other news, there are small rumors, and it's only to be expected, that CBS Showtime is trying to signed Floyd Mayweather to an extension. Now remember, it's only to be expected. It's his last fight. The guy just made 250, and Showtime was a part of making the biggest fight in history. Of course, you're going to go to the guy and say, "Oh, yo, listen, let's try to make this. Let's try to make some more money off you, Floyd, or let's try to make some more money for you while your name is still hot." So maybe this Andre Berto fight, if he does it for free, is because he's taking a little bit of a break. After all, Floyd Mayweather hasn't been this active since what, 2006, 2005? As far as he's been fighting twice a year. So maybe this Berto fight is to take a little bit of a break. And I'm not excusing it. Taking a little bit of a break because he knows he's about to go into maybe another 1-year deal or 2-fight deal or 3-fight deal. We don't know. But one thing is for sure, as I've been telling people, Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2, of course, is out there. Because even if Mayweather Pacquiao 2 does half, of the buys that Mayweather Pacquiao 1 did, it's still a huge success in the top 3 in pay-per-views of all time still. So it's just certain things, I'm giving you to think about, little food for thought. And I am T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live with RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. So what we're going to do is, put it this way, I know it's Andre Berto. I know it's Andre Berto. So what we're going to do is just follow his Twitter, follow his, we should be expecting an announcement sometime this week, especially with this PBC card coming up, is all I'm saying, and if it's not Andre Berto, which I pretty much know is Andre Berto, and all the boxing community, all the boxing writers and everybody knows is Andre Berto, then maybe it's because he's pissed off at Andre Berto because Andre Berto prematurely announced the fight, and it's like, maybe he got a little bit too full of himself. But listen, it's Andre Berto. I am T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live with RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. One final question. Do you even think Floyd Mayweather wants to fight anymore? I know he wants more money. I know he wants to be the first fighter to become a billionaire off of fighting, but do you really think he wants to continue fighting? Or is it maybe Al Heyman telling him, like, listen, man, you gotta get this thing while it's going. You're making all this money off of these fights. If we build up a guy like Keith Thurman fight, right? And who knows? Maybe one day, if you fight Golovkin, maybe one day. I'm just saying. Look at the opportunities that if they do it right, Floyd Mayweather can make another. I'm gonna say at least $200 million off of the sport in 3 fights, if they do it the right way. But also look at the fact that Floyd Mayweather, if he does sign this another contract with CBS, then he'll be fighting into his 40s. Remember, Floyd Mayweather is going to be 39, and then if we see a Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2 in September, but not May of 2016, he's going to be going on 40, so even though boxers are fighting longer than they've ever fought before, still, and Floyd Mayweather seems to be, there's some slippage, but he seems to be still sharp enough to beat majority of these guys, or in fact, all of the main names are here, in my opinion. Still, age. I'm T Street Controversy with RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.